Hello, my friends, family, relatives, and of course, esteemed colleagues. I was asked to explain a little bit more about dowsing and especially how to make dowsing rods. So, just what is dowsing all about? Dowsing is extracting information that a higher self possesses, but we are not connected. So we cannot consciously receive this message because our mind is too busy. Then the higher self can let us know the answer by influencing our muscles. Of course, the influence is slight, but to extrapolate the information, which is usually in the form of yes and no, the simplest test is, let's say, the balance. So you close your eyes, relax, and start thinking of something beautiful, something, oops, I'm starting to fall forward. So this is my signal. As soon as I relax and I started to look forward, started to think of something positive or simply thinking of yes, and I start falling forward, so I have to compensate with my toes to stay straight. For some people, they start falling sideways or back. But to me, my yes always is forward. And then to check my no, again, could be anything. So relax, close your eyes, and now start thinking of something negative, something bad. And oops, already I start falling backwards, so I have to push with my heels to stay straight. So for me, yes, positive is forward, negative is back. You check for yourself what happens with your body, but you have to really relax and don't think about what you are planning to do, what you are trying to achieve. Just relax, and then say yes, I love it, yes, whoops, start falling forward right away. Now, you can use this. You go to a supermarket, now you're in a new environment, so you tune yourself up. Okay, go somewhere when it's calmer, and for a second, stay still, relax, close your eyes, and just say yes, 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 and you will see how your body reacts. And then you can go in front of your apples and just say, put your mind. It's all about consciousness, okay? So put your mind, question, well, these apples, do they have herbicides or pesticides in them? So you ask the question, do they have toxic herbicides inside? And you close your eyes and you will see which way your body falls. That's your answer. This is, most people can do this quite easily. And more you do it, the more tuned you become and faster you will see the results. Some people use pendulum. So they ask pendulum, okay, show me my yes. Bingo, it starts going clockwise. Okay? So now I can start asking questions, okay, show me my no. Which is my no? Okay, it goes counterclockwise. Well, people say, oh, I saw your hand was moving. Of course, Sherlock. What do you think is moving this stuff? What do you think is moving your body? Your muscles. The trick is not to influence them with your mind. So because you want to hear positive answers, so you start moving it, and yeah, of course it's going to move. I can make pendulum go any way I want, right? So I can make it go this way, and I can make it go the other way. Well, but you're trying to put your consciousness out and ask the question like you have no clue, and you want to see which way is this thing going to move, which way it's going to go. You have no clue. You see, I didn't ask any question, it just keeps going back and forth. So, the same things, same answer, you can get through muscle tension. So with strong arm, which is my right, I make a loop. Weaker arm, I put my index finger through, getting a little pressure, not too much, not too weak, just like a little pressure. And I say, yes, I love this. Yes, good, yes. No, whoops. As soon as I say no, my muscle tension weakens and my finger goes through the loop. Now again, yeah, you can force. I had here a friend that was convinced that somebody stole her money, and then she wants me to muscle test her on if it's truthful or not. Well, you can do one-on-one. Let's say, if you have a friend with you, you tell your friend, okay, stretch your arm, either this way or this way, doesn't matter, and then say your name 3 times. So you say your name 3 times, so you are confirming that this is your name, and now you push here on their arm, and you will see, you tell them to resist, and you will see how strong is the resistance. And then you ask them to say that their name is something else. And then you push on their arm, and you see it will be easy to move it down, no matter what they do. So this friend who was convinced and trying to convince everybody that somebody stole from them, so, oh, muscle test, muscle test. So, and then as she said, okay, this person stole money from me. And I'm pushing her, and her arm is going down, and she's like, trying to hold it up. You can feel it, okay? So, you can try to influence things. But once when you get good at it, people cannot even fool you so easily, because you immediately you sense the tension of the arm. If you do it yourself, by yourself, you know, you can do this trick, or some people are keeping one finger straight, and with the other one, they see how, if they can bend it. So this is making resistance. So yes, yes, no, okay, no. But it's much finer tuning, so you got to practice much more to get there. This is much easier. And this is the easiest on other person, if you are 2. Now, when we are talking about dowsing rods, of course, you need something like extension of your arm that has some weight to it, that will then show you every minute movement of your arm. It goes one way or other way. You cannot even see much of the movement, but there is slight movement of the arm that makes this go. This is why you need stick to be heavy enough to do this. So we are using metal. You can use plastic, you can use wood, but you have to put little weight on it, so you just, so it responds better in a movement. Of course, this part has to be quite slippery, so my hands have to be dry, and majority people put like a straw here, so the straw has no resistance, and then it very easily moves, minor movement of a hand, and this thing flies. And who moves your hands? Again, consciously you can do it, but if you want to know the truth, you try to move your consciousness away. Like if you have no opinion whatsoever, and you are curious to know, and just show me where it is and you get the answer. Often, if it's something that bothers you, you can easily fail through your opinion, so you use surrogate. I tell my wife, I tell Ilno that I need her, so she sits down and I tell her what I want to know, and she then never asks immediately the question, so I have no idea what I'm answering. She just, when a question is in her mind, she nods, and my question is always, okay, what is the answer on Ilno's question? No, yes, yes, no, no, yes, all sticks, yes, yes, no, no. And I have no idea what she's asking. I'm not conscious. My subconsciousness knows, because every thought is electromagnetic wave that you are sending out. It broadcasts electromagnetic information. This is what thought is. And anybody can tap into it and read them and be aware. Doesn't matter what language is the information being transmitted, because you are transmitting a frequency that describes something. And in telepathy, doesn't matter what language you talk, the message is always same. You just transform it into your language. This is why in one of the previous videos, when I was showing that with a spell we can lock frequency in or eliminate it, and I told Ilno to erase the frequency that I had put there, and she came, and in Spanish, estoy borrando eso se borra. Okay, so she uses Spanish, I use English, doesn't matter. It's your consciousness, because you know what purpose, what you are doing. What letters that you are using, they are symbols. Okay, so you can have a meaning and have different symbols attached to it. This is what Kabbalah is regularly doing. Kabbalah takes what we think of as being good, and we put symbol on it, and they use the same symbol on something that is bad. So when we think of God as a creator that does good, they think of God being devil. Can be the same symbol, but it will have dual meanings. Number 666 is number of man, number of carbon. To them is number of devil. Now we say, oh, 666, devil's worshippers there. Well, the thing is that we basically do not use symbols. You can see me often doing this. Now again, 666, yeah, devil worshipper. No, I was using this forever. As a diver, I always ask, are you okay? Is everything okay? So it has nothing to do with devil worshipping. And the symbol does not necessarily mean the bad thing. It all, what you put behind the symbol. Dollar bill has a lot of Kabbalistic symbology on it. And it resonated with 666. Why? Because it resonates with Kabbalah. And we dowsed it. We put a dollar bill, dowsing, and we put machine on frequency 66.6 hertz. Bingo! Dollar bill. Not 10, not $20, not $100, $1 bill. And then consciously, we cleansed it. We just blessed it. And that bill did not resonate with 666 anymore. Because again, it's a symbolism. it didn't resonate with 666 because of the symbolic meaning of the cabal that they put on it. So you take their power away. And what was funny, that from $1 it starts moving around, and all of a sudden everybody who took $1 did not resonate anymore with 666. So we went to the airport to see people that come from the United States. First, you got $1. Wow, it doesn't resonate anymore. So it cleansed around the world because it's 100 monkey effect. We did it. More and more people were present when we were showing how this works, and consciousness all of a sudden cleared it up. Consciousness is a funny thing. This is very interesting when we work with frequencies and we investigate. And as you can see, we don't even need laboratories and expensive machines, because the most complex and the finest tuned machine is our brain. It can replicate any frequency it is familiar with, and you can program it, and then it manifests the way you want it to manifest. Fabulous thing, but we are purposely being told, no, don't do it. The voices, no, that's devil talking. There's dowsing, that's devil worshipping. Wow. Yeah, we are being scared. You know, this is how religion is being used against us. And religious people still don't get it. Religion is a good crutch. If you really trust, if you really believe in goodness, well, then you believe in goodness. Nobody can take it away from you. You don't need a crutch. You don't need religion. But I know here I've lost about 70% of viewers, all those who are strictly, heavily religious. Well, how to make dowsing rods? That was the question. These are welding sticks. They are made of brass. You can use a black steel also, but it will rust. I chose brass because it's heavy and it doesn't rust. It oxidizes minutely, so it doesn't make your hands dirty. And since I was using them on a boat, salty environment, I could have done it also with plastic, but plastic is too light, so it would not respond. It would need to be weighted. So you put some weight at the end, so it responds better. These two rods are made from one welding stick, which is about 1 meter, about 3 feet, cut in half, then bent one handle for your arm to be slightly larger, so it doesn't stick on your finger because it's going to be making friction, so it has to be slightly above. And copy it on the other one. Now, if you will see these rods, one is slightly longer here and slightly shorter on the other end. So it does not matter. There is no some magic force pulling these things. It's you, your muscles. And this is just extension of your arm. So every minute movement is registered and pulls the rod in the direction of the movement of your arm. And this is why when you want to dowse, you always test yourself. So you always say, okay, give me my yes. All right, so give me my no. And now you know how they will respond. And then you can go about dowsing. Now mind, remember, mind is programmed. So many dowsers have made a mistake. They come with the idea that, oh, if you have a striped shirt, not every day you are tuned. So it could be bad day, and they are not really tuned, mind is too busy, and they had by chance a striped shirt. So now they cannot get to the right answer. Oh, must be the striped shirt. Bang! You are creating now program in your mind. Striped shirt, can't dowse. And now you share this information. Look, with the striped shirt you cannot dowse. You see me, I cannot dowse. Bingo, you are spreading this thing. So, my friend Roger, great dowser, he was convinced, no striped shirt. Look, I have striped shirt. No, I cannot get to the answer. It's mind, it's a programming. You have accepted this program. Don't accept it. Well, it is easier said than done. Let's say I'm now programming myself that if I have a t-shirt that has this ayahuasca pattern on it, that this interferes with my dowsing abilities. I just cannot get a good signal with it. Okay? So I'm programming myself. Yeah, I cannot get the signal. Give me my yes. Ja, I don't get nothing. I get movement without any. Okay? Give me my no. Because I have programmed myself that if I have shirt like this, I'm not going to get response. Now, of course, I can say, okay, this was just a test. I can dowse no matter what. It's a communication. Okay, so give me my yes. Give me my yes. Look at this. It kind of wants to, but it doesn't want. You see, mind, once when you program something, it takes 3 times or 4 times more power to deprogram it or program it some other way. So it will take me probably a little airing before I will be able to dowse with this thing on me. Mind is a funny thing, but remember, our experience, everything that happens as our reality is product of this mind. Mind controls manifestation. Brain is the engine behind it. It transforms the electromagnetic signal through your senses. That's why it splitters the energy that comes by frequencies, and each frequency then is being transmitted to the organ that runs on that frequency. And this is why hands move differently, because different energy is being sent at different time with different frequencies. This is all new science, because until now we have not been allowed to do this openly. Yeah, you can dowse, but it was mystical. Mysticism, shamanism. No, it's ability of everybody. Everyone can do this. So, start using it. Because nobody can lie to you. You just ask your higher self, and you will get the answer. Again, you have to take your influence out of the equation. So, if something is really tricky, use surrogate. Now the surrogate could be, as I explained my wife, for me, she just takes thought in her mind, closes her eyes, and when she likes the thought, she nods, and I'm just asking questions. Okay, what is the answer of illness question? Yes, 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 no. Whenever she's ready, she nods, and I tell her if what she's thinking of is yes or it's no. If you don't have surrogate, you can take pieces of papers, write, let's say, my name is Darko, or my name is George, and You squish it, put it in a bowl. Then there is an apple on the table, there is no apple on the table. Oh, squish them, put them in the bowl. So take many things that you have. There is a pencil on the table, there is no pencil on the table. Okay? And now go to that bucket that you have all these smooshed papers, take one out, hold in your hand because it's energetic imprint. Your palm chakra is going to absorb it, and you will be subconsciously aware of what it says. You put it on the table, look at it, and then ask, okay, is the statement on this paper truthful? Yes, so you put it in yes bucket. No, you put it in no bucket. And go one by one, and after that you go to the yes bucket or to the no bucket and open them up and see how many you have guessed correctly and how many incorrectly. And you will see the more you do it, the more precise you are going to be and less fails. It's starting to rain, so it's going to become quite noisy here. So this is how you can practice dowsing by yourself. But it's a good thing to do it. Okay? Thank you for being here. Love you all. Namaste.